SMT Nation, we back. Nation, this has to be some of the most important data that we can get confirmation of. This is now kind of piece number 2, things that we've been discussing on the podcast. And, you know, cable has become so disruptive in wireless. I want to focus on it in today's commentary video. Now, we've already covered a segment of this article, but I'll be sure to leave it in the description for you. This is from Dano Light Reading. Vestberg, Sievert, Stanky all promise 5G growth, but we're going to spin this around. We're going to focus on big cable kicking their ass. All right. So link will be in the description box for this article. Also, you can find in the description box is the Real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. Appreciate the videos. Appreciate the content. Want to show your appreciation to your creators. Use the link. Buy me a coffee. Keep the SMT caffeinated and motivated. All right, link in the description. And also, the Mint Mobile partnership, alive and well, folks. Take advantage of their great offers. You'll be saving tons of money on your wireless service, and you'll be helping out the channel. Use our unique partner link and save money now. All right, so here's the angle I want to take a look at. You have Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile, who are now competing with big cable companies for wireless subscribers. Who would have thought the day would have come where big cable, meaning Charter and Comcast, who operate Spectrum and Xfinity Mobile respectively, right? They are the share takers in this industry. AT&T, they're a pretty good growth player, right? They grow, but they do so with some profit, some margins. T-Mobile really focused on growth. They don't have the greatest of margins, but they've improved that in the last year. They're starting to kind of put together some free cash flow. Investors like what they're seeing, right? But they are the grower in the industry. And then, you know, Verizon doesn't grow. They basically just try to stop bleeding from quarter to quarter. But anyways, where are these cable customers coming from? Mike Sievert says that they don't exist and they come out of thin air. Whatever the hell that means, right? Verizon, Sampath, the new consumer group CEO, says that they come from prepaid. Okay. That might be true. I don't know, but those two things sound very different, right? Stanky hasn't really spoken to it, you know, or anybody from AT&T directly. But here are some data points from TD Cowen, who conducted a survey from 1,000 respondents. A bulk of customers shifted to Charter were coming from Verizon. 39% of Charter customers, remember that's Spectrum Mobile, were previously on Verizon. Okay, so let that sink in. 39%. That means they're staying on the Verizon network, but they want it at a better price. Because what happens is when you go from, you know, when you go from Verizon Wireless, you go from a pricey premium wireless plan to a cost-effective, good deal with Spectrum, who's going to sell you a line for $30 a month, right? Maybe $45 a month. Depends how many lines you get in the deal you get, right? So that means out of every 100 Charter customers, Spectrum Mobile customers, basically 40 of them are coming from Verizon. Now, Verizon doesn't mind all that much because they still get to service that customer through wholesale revenue. 35% of those customers are coming from AT&T. Only 10% are coming from T-Mobile. So T-Mobile seems to be thriving in a marketplace where they could actually be hurt by cable growth. Verizon is insulated because they still serve those customers on an MVNO agreement. AT&T is the one hurting. I've said this before. As cable has grown, it hurts Verizon less and T-Mobile less impacted as well. 35% from AT&T. Those are customers that AT&T could really be showing even more incredible growth than what they've shown the last 2 years. And there's not really much AT&T can do. They can't compete with a $30 line. But those customers take, because they'll converge the two services, they take a $30 wireless line and they take a $50 home internet plan, right, for their broadband with Spectrum, and they feel good about that deal, right? And I think they even have a deal right now. It's like $50 for like their 300 meg speed home internet, plus the wireless line is, you know, included in that $50, and you know, they lock you in for a year or something, and then of course it goes up like $30 after. But it goes to show you they're being aggressive, and the company that's getting hurt the most is AT&T. T-Mobile's price competitive. T-Mobile has the confidence of the consumer with respect to pricing and value. Verizon is losing the customers but still servicing them, so they're still getting some of that revenue. It's AT&T. I told you guys this a long time ago. The company that stands to hurt the most from big cable winning is the only company that has no answer for them. It's AT&T. AT&T does not have a wireless answer for big cable's growth. They have a fiber answer, right, where they have their AT&T fiber. They bundle and give you a 25% discount. You can compete there, but if you don't have fiber, you can't compete with cable and wireless. That's the way it works for AT&T. T-Mobile will give you a discount on the home internet if you got their Magenta MAX or whatever that new plan is, Go 5G Plus, whatever. See, there are answers. Verizon and T-Mobile have answers. They have insulation. They have ways to protect and shield themselves from big cable. AT&T doesn't have it. And I think we're starting to kind of see that. We're starting to see the growth at AT&T slow just a bit, and some of that's coming from cable. By the way, big shout out to Roger Etner of Recon Analytics, who was spot on with this 2 years ago. He hit his mark, and he declared this way before TD Cowan did. Shout out to Roger. You're the man. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.